Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Finder. My name is Dave, and today we are reviewing the game of Catacombs Cubes. Let's do it. So as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from Ellsworth Games. Thank you so much for your support. I'm super excited to take a look at this. I have only seen the game of Catacombs at a convention and watched videos on it. I haven't actually played it myself. It's one of those games I've seen from afar and long to actually own and or play, but I've never had the opportunity to. So knowing that, I have a basic idea of what Catacombs is. It's a dungeon crawler that's a dexterity game that you flick. I love dexterity games, so that's why I was excited to take a look at Catacombs. But this is Catacombs Cubes, and it's a completely different type of game, but it is in the same world of Catacombs. Look at that box art. It's just brilliant, just beautiful. This is something that if you've seen on like the shelves of Target, it might be something you're going to take a second glance at. This is a heavy box. It's highly produced because there's a lot of wooden bits in here, and this is a family weight game where one person is rolling the dice and choosing the actions in the order that they want, and letting the other people go ahead of them and choosing those actions. And it's a game of building blocks. There's a few different wooden blocks in here and cards that you have to replicate these buildings. The art on it is fantastic, and it's not much of a puzzly game, but without further ado, let me go show you the production, show you how to play, and then give you my opinion later. Let's go. Alright, so this is what comes in the box, and boy, the production is higher than Snoop Dogg on a Saturday morning. The cardboard components all have a nice linen finish on them. The art is beautiful. I will say the only one that I have kind of a quibble with is this tree ant. He looks kind of weird, but everybody else looks really nice. The wooden components, these got some Tetris polyominoes amongst some big chunky cubes. Speaking of cubes, the king of all cubes is right here, and I love the player colors. They're different than the actual cubes that you use, which is good. And like I said, all the other cardboard components have a nice linen finish feel to them. All the art and all these tiles here is pretty unique, and the thickness of the cardboard is really good. Let's go ahead and do a break right now and see. Yeah, not too bad. It's not crazy thick, but will stand the test of time. And then you have the board here, and it's pretty. I love greens and lakes and just kind of greenery. It's very, very nice. Oh, and the dice here are stickers. I know some people have gripes with these, so it's very divisive, but they kind of make the dice feel soft, if that makes sense. I don't know, it makes it feel different. I kind of like it, even though I have to spend a little time putting the stickers on it. Okay, now let me show you how to play this game. Alright, so this is the game setup for 2 players. These tiles right here refer to if you don't want to use the dice, but mostly they're for the solo game. I'm not going to be going over that, but know that it has an AI player, and it's actually pretty good. So in the game, you're trying to get the most amount of points before a grid is built, and whoever has the most amount of points after that grid is built applicable to the amount of players, they are the winner. Also, there are a few spots that we won't be using today. This one right here is for the expansion, and there is a 5 and 6 player over there that we won't be using a spot for today. So we'll roll these right here, and then we'll match up all these colors, and we'll put them up over here. The architect is the one that rolls them, and he decides where these go. Now, he will be picking last, but he's also deciding where the patterns go. But he matches up all the colors, and the next player will get to pick this one right here, and they'll either get the blocks. There are a couple actions that differ. This one here is just a random block, any one of these up here, and then this one here is building onto the palace in the middle. And that's for the community pot that everybody's building towards. And when you do that, you'll be ticking up your points here. When you get blocks, they go in your hall here, and everyone starts with a main little building here, and or they can build in the middle here, or they can build one of these buildings that are up top here. Now this is also a way to get points and or sometimes a reward. This will give you 7 points and then give you any block of your choice. Now when you build these buildings, anything that you have that you built with will go away, and any blocks that you didn't use will disappear too. So you need to be careful on what you take. But there is a certain way that you can put something in your warehouse, and that is associated with these coins, which we'll go over here in a second. But let's try to build one of these here. Now this is pretty simple. It tells you the bottom level here and gives you a 3D look. So there are different ways that you can build these. You can use different blocks, and it's really cool and clever the way that some people come up with things. You can build this maybe like this right here, and then take 2 of these obsidian. Each one of these has a name: obsidian, glass, and I think crystal. But it doesn't matter what materials you use, as long as you build the building. Once you do that, all these blocks, like I said, go away, but you do get to keep your obsidian. That's good. And you get the points and the benefits, and you get to build in the grid here. Now these arrows, as you can see, correspond to different things that you can get, like the coins for the red ones, and there are blue triangles as well that associate with the blue coins, and gray. Now the ones that are the same colors as the blocks are associated with those. Now you can pick one of the 2 as a special little thing that you get. Now if you double up on one of these here, let's say this happens, like 2 reds, then you would get 2 red coins. And the red coins are pretty cool. Now normally you can only put obsidian when you roll the dice onto the community building here, but here you can just take a block and play that bad boy here. And like I said, every time you do that, you will tick yourself up, getting points and getting benefits like obsidian blocks. This right here means you can chip away at any of your blocks. So you can take like this little block here and make it into 2 obsidians, or you can take like one of these gray blocks and turn it into a blue block if you want to. And this gray one here is how you will keep blocks over time. Like I said, when you build something, you get your obsidians back, but any blocks that you didn't use or use, they go away. Or you can use these little gray coins to keep some of these blocks in your warehouse that will stay there. That will stay there until the next time that you need to build them. Now this block here is just the first player mark. I don't know if I mentioned that. Now the building that you start with here is unique, as when you do build it, you get the same perks, but you get to place your little building right here, so people know when they build off of it, they will have to give you a bit of a benefit. Now if this ever gets built, it goes to the village here, and then you start building the next one in line. And that's essentially it. Like I said, you continue to do that until your grid is finished. You count up all your points from the buildings that you got, any of the bonuses that you got from the community pot, and whoever has the most points is the winner. Now let me give this game a grade and tell you what I think. So that is how you play Catacombs Cubes, and give it a grade. It gets a 90, which is just enough for the GameVine must play it. And yes, I think this game really does earn it. Now I'm grading this in a sense of a family type game. This is a perfect candidate for the Spiel des Jahres, the game of the year for families. It's such a great pickup game for new gateway gamers. If you don't know anything about Catacombs, you'll be able to play this game and get right into it, and you don't have to have a spatial awareness of a genius, because I'm really bad at spatial awareness, but the fact that you have all these little blocks and it's up to you to make those shapes, and you can do it in multiple ways, and once you do it, you're like, that's so satisfying. It takes one of my favorite things in board games where you get to build something to look at and just say, I did that. And it does it in spades over and over again with multiple buildings. And when you flip the card over to see the building that actually replicates the blocks that you built, it's just genius. Now there was a few rules that I didn't mention, like that you can manipulate the dice with coins, and other people get different things at the beginning of the game, but for the most part I showed you everything. So it's really easy to teach. I love the back and forth nature of a 2-player game, and the solo game isn't too bad. I actually do like it. It lets me play the game and kind of hone my skills for when I play other people. There were other games that do this mechanism of you pick something, let other people choose, and of course have blocks and put them in different shapes, but there's something about this game that just does it in an elegant and charming way, and it's so streamlined and seamless. It just sits so well with me, and that's why I think it gets the 90 and the GameVine Must Play It award, and why I think it absolutely needs to at least be nominated for the Spiel des Jahres, if not the actual winner. But that's a huge claim, and I'm not saying this game is one of my favorites. I like it a lot, and I think it's just perfect for that type of game where you can bust this out and have anybody like your grandparents, your kids, any family member or friends, and they can play this game and grasp it and kind of feel smart by building those things up. Now, one thing I will say, this is nothing like the Catacombs game at all. So if you like Catacombs, you're going to be disappointed if you're going in with that mindset thinking that this game is going to be just like that. But don't let that stray you away. At least try this out one time, because I'm sure you're going to have fun. Minor gripes would be the solo play. There are some things that get left out that you have to kind of generate, especially with the dice rolling. You got to pretty much take that out. And the fact that the replayability, it's there, but it's not vast. But there is an expansion that's going to be coming out for this, and stay tuned, because you should be seeing that video on the channel in just a bit. And I think it does wrap up in about 40 minutes to about 60 minutes, especially once you know what you're doing. But I highly recommend this game. Highly, highly, highly. And I'm glad that they got the GameVine Must Play It award. And thank you again, Elzer Game, for hooking us up with this review copy. We could not have done this review without you. And we can't wait to get to reviewing the expansion, Monuments. Thank you so much, Vine Nation, for stopping on by for this review. If you want to pick this game up, it's going to be down in the description and the link below. If you already haven't done it, click like and subscribe. And until the next time that I see you, I'm Dave, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all the cubes that you played with. I'm out. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance as a dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.